Hello, hello. Just testing the audio. All right, so everything looks fine. All right, so hi Zana, welcome to the live stream. Let me just update the pinned comment. I'm pretty good. Tell me how you doing today. Yeah, no big deal. I always welcome everyone in the stream. It's been this thing. So nice. I think we are ready to start on the work, right? So let's do. Okay. Fortunately, I do some workaround on yesterday's problem, which is the integration problem of asynchronous module with the UI. And the problem is pretty simple that the coroutine resume and coroutine yield both are happening at the same time. That's why the async module gets stuck and didn't get the signal to finish up the function, which is an asynchronous function. So that's why we have to use an schedule function to get the job done. And now everything is working fine in asynchronous manner. So if I open like that, let me just lower down a volume of just a little. Okay, perfect. Is the music too loud? Because if it is, I'm gonna lower down the volume just a little bit. Just let me know if the music volume is too high. Mm, All right, so let's keep moving forward. Is there any chat? Nothing. Okay, let's continue moving. So we have to focus some things, right? So we have to fix the focus function. That's all. So we have to focus some things. Hmm. So if window is not visible, then we return early. That makes sense. And this is the focus path. Mm, let's see if true. No, not true. Let's just print. Okay, let's see. Let's try to a new tab. Let's open up a different directory because I don't want to mess up anything with this code base right now. So let's go with the telescope code base. That means, okay. So now let's try to focus some things, right? Um, let's open init. So init file is perfectly, you can see here, init file is currently focused automatically whenever I open any buffer, and if it is in the current working directory, then filer will automatically focus on a specific buffer. But there is a problem. I mean, a kind of a bug. Like if I do something else like actions empty, you can see it focuses it up, but if I do those buffer changing quickly, I mean one after another, then I think this thing gets buggy and didn't focus correctly. Let me show you minimal init, and you can see here this folder gets opened up, but things are not focus. The current focus line is line number 15, which is empty.loa, which is the previous buffer that we focused, but the file is not focused that we want, which is this minimal init file. So today we are just fixing this issue. Our asynchronous task is almost done. Almost done. We are so close to complete the asynchronous integration. We just need to fix this bug, which is the focusing the current buffer, nothing else. So let's see and try to read the docs. I mean, try to read the logs, not docs. So, by the way, this is to inform you updation in my workflow that I'm no longer using tmux. I'm just using the Western terminal multiplexer, just to inform everyone. Okay, so here are three strings. Um, there are some strings which is empty, right? Okay, wait just a minute. Let's try to open init and this thing, right? So now I'm gonna clear the messages. Now I will. Now I'm gonna open some buffers very quickly to see the to see the logs in action. So finder do or command do config. Okay, things are working, right? No. Oh, let me do this again. I think I messed it up. So let's clear up the messages and let's do picker config command debounce. Oh, come on. Everything is telescope.txt. Okay, now we got it. This time it fails to focus the file. We got it. So let's see what is the problem here. Wow. What is this thing? I mean, what is this thing actually? You can see here almost every file gets called three times. Pickers, config, command, debounce, empty.lua. I mean, these files are called three times in a row. But why? Guys, just let me know if the music is too loud. Just let me know. I will drop down the volume just a little. Why is this thing happening? Okay. Wait just a minute. Okay. So I think the problem is whenever we enter in a non-named buffer like telescope or maybe any kind of plugin buffer, maybe this causes some problems because buffer auto command will work for each and every each and every buffer that you enter, right? So what should we do about it? So let's open up the auto commands in the Zen mode and let's see. Or dot file. Right. So let's see. Okay. Now let's see what is happening here. Shit. I forgot something. Let's comment out this thing and let's try to do one more time. Okay, so there you go. So we call init.lua twice. No, thrice. Then pickers.lua, files.lua, and lsp.lua. But why is this thing happening? Right? Um, what could be the reason? Maybe uh, this thing trigger when we actually open this file, right? And yeah, so what are we doing here actually? So this is the buff name, right? So this is the buff name, and buff name, if the buff name equals to an empty string, or if it is matches the filer buff name, then what we're gonna do is try to get the recent one. But I think I forgot something. Like recent when is equals to cache dot get entry from recent when, right? Local, and if recent when, right? If recent when, then we do this. Otherwise, we don't do anything, right? We will not do anything. Nil, right? We'll do a nil value, and if focus path is equals to, I mean, if not focus path, then we return early. That should do it. Let's try this thing. Um, there we go. We are getting this thing, right? But for some reason, hello Jan, welcome to live stream. Nice work, thanks. Appreciate it. As you can clearly see, we somehow managed to resolve the asynchronous problem that we are facing yesterday related to the coroutines. Well, it's just the easy fix. You can see I just have to add an schedule function whenever we resume any suspended coroutine. And this why this is necessary? Because when we early return from an asynchronous function, then the resume and yielding, yeah, that means suspension and resuming for a particular coroutine, the both things happen at the same time when we early return from an asynchronous function. That's why sometimes coroutine gets stuck. So this schedule wrap ensures that resuming should be done after the suspension of coroutine. So that's all. It is not easy to find out the bug, but somehow managed to do that. But now we just have to focusing the buffer, actually. We just have to find a way. Oh, didn't knew about that. Not a big deal, because I'm also noob like you. I just found that bug today in the morning when I just going around some random things in coroutines, and finally try to debug with the timestamps. So when I try debugging with the timestamps, I found out that resuming and suspension of a coroutine are happen at the same time. So I just add a schedule wrap, and everything is working fine. but now we have to deal with the actions of Explorer. This is the focus buffer, which responsible for focus the current buffer that you are in, right? So let me show you what we are doing here. In it, let's say I open this buffer and I open filer window. So this is the filer window, and when I jump to this buffer, you can see filer window automatically expands to the currently open file, and you can see this file is automatically highlighted. This is called the automatic focus buffer. I mean buffer focus in simple terms. So today we are just fixing the bug that we are facing with this focus buffer implementation. Like if I open files too quickly, somehow it doesn't track the pace with the user. So if I do make entry and I do init.lua and built-ins init lsp, you can see this file is the lsp __ lsp.lua, and it focusing the file init.lua, which is the previous open file. And if I re-enter in this file, like with the E, you can see now it's open the correct file. I mean, focusing the current file. But the problem is, why we having this behavior? I mean, it's kind of weird. This shouldn't happen, actually. So here, so this is the last file path that we have, right? That's a weird bug. Yeah, it is. And currently I don't have any idea because how to explain this thing? I mean, this is not a rocket science. We just have to track the buffer on whenever the user enter in a buffer. I mean, this is not that much big of a deal, but for some reason I spent whole day on patching this bug, but couldn't find a way to do it. But I hope we can find it together in this stream, maybe. Unrelated. Do you intend for it to be the possible to go back into parent directory with like oil, or should the dir be determined when opening the first file? Actually, the parent directory is determined by the vim's current working directory. The filer manages some kind of an instance of every root. How to explain this thing? By default, filer open ups the wait just a minute. Yeah. So if I lower down a bit, you can see the parent directory of this filer window is by default the current working directory of the neovim, in which you open the neovim. That's all. And if you want to go back to the parent, there is no direct way at this moment, because I want to make an easy way to navigate between different directories. I want to make a fuzzy finder. I think I already mentioned here. You can see here's a task for fuzzy finding, right? So I want to implement a fuzzy finder for this plugin so that the user can change their current working directory with the help of a fuzzy finder, which is, I think, a more intuitive approach, in my opinion. And by this functionality, I have another idea. Like if we implementing a fuzzy finding in the, you know, for opening the directories with the filer window, then we can maintain some kind of a tabs or states of every directory that you open. So whenever you open a new directory which is not already present in the filer cache, then it will create a new tab which shows the a short-handed name of the directory, and you can toggle between those different routes. So this will make things way easier, because this feature will allow users to, let's say you have two different directories, right? Let's say you have two different directories. One is directory A and one is directory B. And both directories have different paths. They, I mean, none of them have have each other as children. So both of them consider as a sibling to each other, right? Now, if you open both of them in the filer window, it is so easier to copy file between those directories. Are you relating what I'm pointing at? Because if we able to provide a tab feature in the filer window, it is much easier to copy different files from one directory to another directory. It is much easier, because you have to just press YY to copy the whole line, and you can paste it in another tab of directory, and that will do the trick. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but first of all, we have to tackle this weird bug to moving forward, right? I'm a little curious, like, what could be the possible reason why this thing's not working? I mean, it's working, but kind of a buggy. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it why we are having this weird behavior. This recent win cache entry doesn't change anywhere. I think there's only one place that where we changing this cache entry, and which is Explorer init. You can see this is the only place where we set up the cache entry for recently used win, right? And I think that is the bug, because no matter what we are doing, the recent win is never changing. So I think we had to also change the recent entry, right? So whenever we are done on validating the paths, we can do something like cache dot set entry for a recent win to the to to no. I don't think this is the problem because window never changes. So this is correct. Because window is never changing. The only thing is changing is the buffer. We only changing the buffer, not the window. So it is correct, I guess. Um, okay, not a problem. Buff, enter. Do we have any auto commands for wait a minute, we have commands for buff leave, I guess. I think we can do one thing. Let's go to auto commands and api.nvim create autos command, which is the when enter. No, it's when leave. Do we have any when leave auto command? Yeah, we have. So let's do it. Group ID will be same filer dot o group callback function or and what are we doing here actually? What is the type of this org? I want the ID actually. So let me just print out the whole thing, the org, right? Okay, so let's do the trick. Nothing. Okay, so we are getting something, right? So this is the ID. ID is 35. Let's see. Echo and when get when. Do we have any when? I'm sure we get when get current when. Yeah, this is the one. The current window is 1009, and we don't have any clue of 1009 here. Oh, jeez. I'm confused. I'm literally confused. Um, when leave? Hmm. Okay, so we can do something like vim.print dot vim dot fn dot win buffner. So what it will return, which is the buffer number. Okay, so buff win, which is the window of the first window associated with the buffer, right? but returns the window number instead of window ID. What? Um, this is weird. I want the window ID. So let's do this thing, arg.buff, right? So let's try to do that. This is 1000, so let's check it. No, it's not 1000, it's 1004. Why I'm getting the wrong thing? Come on. Mm, and let's try to do with the win number, right? So let's throw this. Okay, this is the window number one, and actually it is 1004. So what we can do here, okay, let's take care of this later. I wanna know something here. So how we calculating the focus path? So here's the buffer name, and this is the cache entry, right? Wait just a minute. I want to add some timestamps, right? So uh, let me just remove this thing for now. And what we are doing here, we are setting up the cursor position. So print um, the time is vim.uv.now, and the line number is this. Line number 24 and 32. Uh, mm, um, this is focus path, and this is the line number, right? Let's do this. Hmm. So as you can see here, config get calls first. Config get called first, right? What is this thing actually? This is the config, right? And the this is perfect, right? So we are focusing on the config, and then another thing happens, which is the command.lua. That means we are dealing with the asynchronous nature, right? So we are dealing with the asynchronous nature. That means two coroutines are fighting each other. Right? Okay, got it, got it, got it. Now I now I know what is happening. So whenever we are doing, things too quickly, like we are if we are changing buffer too quickly, things are asynchronous now. You can see this is now an asynchronous function. So whenever you try to focus on a buffer like repeatedly, in one after another, those two coroutines will work in parallel. And I think this is an issue. This is an issue. This is an issue. Got it, got it, got it. So I think we have to implement a debouncing or something like that. Uh, Maybe, but I don't know. Hmm. We can't do this synchronously, because if we try to do this thing synchronously, this function will not work. This one. In order to await function to work, we need the parent function to be asynchronous. So, okay. So let's see, if two coroutines are fighting each other, can we discard on the first coroutine that we have, right? Is there any way to um, coroutine dot resume? Can we destroy a coroutine? I think we can't do this thing. I think we should let the coroutine to complete its work. Hmm. Let's ask the LLMs for this. For the Let's do Claude. Okay. So can we stop and destroy or delete? I mean, can we remove the execution of a coroutine in Lua, which is already running? We can remove or stop a coroutine. Yield, yield. Hi Zainab, glad you back. Um, Killing a coroutine. Um, um, can we kill a coroutine in Lua? You can directly kill a coroutine in the sense of forcefully terminating its while it's running, like me. With a thread in order language, however, you can efficiently stop a coroutine by having it yield and then remove all reference to it and allow Lua's garbage collector to reclaim the coroutine's resource. Really? So we can do that, right? Hmm. So I think Lua can, okay. Lua can automatically garbage collected out this thing. I don't know about this thing. I'm just only worried about the garbage collection, and I think Lua can do it automatically. We just have to pass the nil to all the references. Makes sense. I think that will make making the debouncing effect much easier, I guess. So what we have to do is let's just you know we can make a let's make a coroutine like top level coroutine, which is initially a null value, and it could be of type thread, optional thread type, right? So before running the coroutine, we have to, we have to suspend the coroutine that is already running, right? So if co and coroutine dot res status is running, if it is already running, then we will coroutine dot yield start a coroutine. Suspends the execution of the calling coroutine. Okay, that means we can't, we can't stop a coroutine outside from it execution, right? So this will not work. How we can kill a coroutine? It is so confusing. Uh, did I mean did someone know how to kill a coroutine or stop a coroutine outside from its execution? If anyone knows in the chat, just Let me know because I think there is no way. Coroutine.close. Do we have these kind of functions? Close. Oh, wait. We have coroutine.close. Coroutine.close. Close. Close. Yeah, we have coroutine.close. Close all its pending to be closed variable and putting the coroutine in a dead state. Yeah, this is exactly what we want. So let's continue moving forward, guys. If Let's make a coroutine, top level coroutine, right? Type is a optional thread. If go and coroutine dot status coroutine is equals to in the running state, then coroutine dot close co disable diagnostic in the workspace for line. Define in 5.4 current in Lua JIT. Coroutine coroutine dot close alternative for latest version, right? In Lua. In loop coroutine. Checking the coroutine status and handling the coroutine appropriately when it is finished or yielding without resuming it. But how we can yield that coroutine, because this is not possible. Uh, Yielding will only work, yielding will only work um, when you inside the coroutine execution, and if you are not, then you can't um, suspend the coroutine execution actually. So let me choose to for routine. What we have only coroutine create, resume, status, and running. Man. Let me just check this thing. Like, is this the really? I mean, is this the real problem? Like, if I go to init and if I open that thing, and if I just gently open buffers like this, demounts, no, gentle thing are also not working. I mean, why is this thing happening? Pointers 24. Then we go back to the, debounce 24, 21, and then again pointer 24. That doesn't make any sense. Why is this thing happening? These things are in ascending order, right? So why? Mm, come on, there should be some way. There is one thing that's really annoying. Like, why this thing calling 3 times? Why? Okay, let's assume that this is the first time that we open this thing, right? Then second one is mm, So the buffer name is an empty string, and if we are in a filer buffer, then what we are doing is we taking the recent win, and if the recent win exists, then we just simply wait just a minute. This is kind of distracting. Let's just do recent win like that. So if recent win is there, then we just determining the name. First we determine the what is this? First we determine the buffer number, right? So this is the buffer number, and this will result into the buffer name. So okay, otherwise we returning the nil. Oh, wait just a minute. If not focused path or this. So if either of those things happen, just simply return early. But still, why is this thing happening? Hey KG, welcome to live stream. Why so sad? Asynchronous things are literally a pain. Literally. Mm, hmm. Is this function even working? Kick out early. Let's see. Like print. Let's just print the same thing here. I want to know which coroutine runs first and which coroutine um, uh, dead, right? I know we don't have the line number, but we just only need the path for now, right? So let's try to do this thing again. Health, and as you can see here, um, let's just distinguish them. So start, and this one will be the end, right? So there you go. So we start the init.lua and we end. Then we start again. Why we are starting again the init lua file? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, two times. Then we end init.lua again. Then we start init.lua again and the health.lua again. These two files started asynchronously, I mean in parallel, and init.lua and the end first, and then health.lua ended. And that's why when I open the health.lua, it correctly focused the file, but because init.lua ended first and health.lua is finished after the init.lua, that's why the buffer focus is working correctly. But the problem is um, like here, right? Yeah. So whenever I mean, when I try to open the Finder, you can see here the process gets started, it ends, and it sets the cursor on line 24 of the filer buffer. And you can see here health.lua is also ended because it started with the Finder one. That's why you can see here this ended after the finder.lua. So first the cursor set to 24 and then set to 26. But I'm just thinking, why is this thing even happening at the first place? I don't care about the parallel processing because parallel processing will not cause any problem. But I don't have any, clue why this thing causes so many initiation. I mean, why why we initiating too much process for a same file? Anyways, so let's add a debounce thing, right? Which buffer get focused? This one, right? So we are processing this buffer, right? So cache dot set entry recent buff, right? Not recent buff actually. Cache set entry recent path. So this is the recent path and focused path. So Here we're setting up a cache entry for recent path, and here. So if cache dot get entry recent path is equals to focused path, then we return early. Otherwise, we will set the entry to the cache, right? That should do it. Let's add some things. Wait just a minute. Let's copy this thing and let's go back because I want to. Okay. All right. Then there you go. There you go. Let's see. And let's see the time logs. What? So we start init.lua and we ended it. We start three processes with the no, we started two processes with init.lua and we never ended. Yes, perfect. Because we early return those things, that's why we don't have any end statements for those. And same thing for here, health.lua. So this is the health and this is the resolving thing, and these two goes to the garbage. So we ultimately calling only one thing. So that should do it. So let's remove this thing. Let's remove this debug statement also. Let's try to do that and let's do actions empty. Now it's working. Layout, it's working. And we have readme, it's working. Makefile, it is working. And style history, generate, command, picker, multi, everything's working fine. So finally this bugs get resolved. Confusion, I know it's kind of a confusing task, but guys, finally this bug gets resolved. Finally, now we can continue building the plugin. Let's remove this coroutine because we don't need that. So finally this thing resolved. All right, finally. So let's go and do the asynchronous integration of every deletion and creation operations, right? So let's go to actions of Explorer, and here you can see we have in actions. Let me just close this window and let's focus this buffer. Actually, sometimes lazy Zen mode is not working correctly. I don't know why, but let's see. This is so annoying. Why is this thing? Color old word. Color Tokionite? No. Carbon Fox. Now this is working. Okay, perfect. I don't know. There's a kind of a bug in Zen mode. Anyways, so this is the select recursive. We don't need that. We just want to synchronize the changes. Synchronize this one. So this is the synchronization function, which calculate the diffs and ask for confirmation and deletes everything. I mean, delete and create things. So let's just try this thing out. So I'm gonna do this thing in a test directory. So let's open the directory like so, and let's create a folder like dir. I think you are joining the stream for the first time, I guess. So let's say kg. Okay, kg.lua. You can see we are asked for a confirmation, right? I will fix the colors later, but for now, it is what it is. So if I do, this thing gets created, right? So if I press yes, oh, things got actions 117. Okay, a dot. What I'm doing here actually. Wait just a minute. So I have to do something like a dot async. So this function is an asynchronous function like that and like that. And the await thing should be like a dot await, right? And a dot await. So I think this should work now. Let's do one more time. Dir kg dot to, right? No coroutine is running. What? What is this thing? Let's just comment out this thing for now, and let's go to fs.lua, and we have a create function here, which is an asynchronous function, like so. This should work, right? Yes, new here. Yeah, I got it. Explorer actions. I don't know why this thing's not working. I mean, come on. This should work. Come on. Hey, wait. We actually created this thing. Okay, let's try to make another one. Like kg, kg slash kg.lua, something like that. Press this thing. But somehow things are created, but why we are getting this error for no coroutine is running? No coroutine is running. That means we can't resume the coroutine. At the start, so this is the create function which takes us the which takes path as the first argument and callback function as the second argument. So this should work. Why we are getting this error? Even though things looking pretty great here. Like if I open the file manager, you can see here this thing is created as we wanted, but for some reason coroutine, um, why are we getting the coroutine error? Okay, let's just print it out, everything. Print mm, coroutine, like so. All right, so let's try that thing again. Uh, example slash example.lua, let's say. Um, let's open the messages and coroutine nil. I want to go here. No coroutine nil and true. What's the problem with this, man? This thing's pissing me off. Um, what could be the reason? We just creating an instance and just open up those things and um, whenever we press any of the keys, like for confirmation or discard, we just run the callback. Nothing fancy. And let's go to actions. You can see here, we just running the callback functions. We are just running the callback functions, but for some reason the window is not getting closed. Window is not closing for some reason. Um, Wait just a minute. If I go to actions, no, not actions, Explorer in it. Okay. Let's just do window schedule function, right? And let's try to do this thing now. Not sure, but it could work. Let's comment out this thing for now. And um, hey dot lua, or maybe hey dot lua. No coroutine is running. Why is this thing happening? Because hey.lua is created, no problem. You can see here, we have an error at line 119. Attempt to yield across a C call boundary. Let's ask the LLMs. What the following error specifies. This occurs when you are trying to yield the coroutine from within a callback that was called from C code. C code. This is a fundamental limitation in Lua's coroutine system. The error attempt to yield across C call boundary means C call boundary is somewhere in your call stack. There's a function implemented in C, not Lua. Yield attempt, your code is trying to yield via await at line 99119, while that C function is still on the call stack. Lua limitation. Lua coroutines cannot yield when there's a C code in the call stack. Then what should I do? I think I have a little bit of understanding what is happening here. Let's do this and let's try to do some experiments. Like let's run this function like so, and I want to do coroutine.yield like so. So if I execute that line, right? So let me just execute the whole file. And okay, so we got the same error. That means the coroutine is dead. The coroutine is dead. But how this can be possible? Why the coroutine is dead? Because I didn't close this coroutine anywhere. Like if I go to Explorer Actions, you can see here. This is the asynchronous function, and it doesn't ends. Yeah. Okay, got it, got it. Now I got it. Why is this thing happening? You know, um, confirm it. This open function is a schedule wrapped function. That means when at the time of awaiting this function, there could be a scenario like this function, this function ended up quickly. This function ended before this asynchronous thing, right? I mean, no, no, no. I mean, this function is some kind, you can say this is unmounted. This block of code is unmounted from the original control. So that means everything everything inside this asynchronous function works same like a synchronous one, but this only this block of code will run in a different in a different scene, or you can say different thread, because things are schedule wrapped here. But there is a problem when I'm using this thing without schedule wrap. Okay, let's try to do this thing without schedule wrap. Let's see if we can do that. So, um, like yy.lo. This is the problem that I'm afraid, like if I press like Y here, no, we have the same problem here. So we have the same problem. We have same problem. So my assumption was wrong. Nice work, bro. What are you building? Well, first of all, welcome to the live stream. We are just building a new file manager for neovim. It's like a oil and vim alternative, and it provides tree structure view actually. Lazy nvim greater than nv shared. Yes, I agree. Lazy vim is much better than any of the available distribution at this time. So for a quick information, we are working on a plugin, a neovim plugin for a replacement for oil and vim. I just want to provide the same functionality which oil and vim provides already, like buffer based editing. But I want to give a tree structure view which oil doesn't support built-in. Like there is no built-in support for file structure view, and there is no extension available for that. So I want to give users some tree structure view with the functionality of oil and vim. You can see in the README, you can create some files like that. Just confirmation, and you can see file is created. And if I create a file, I mean nested, if we create nested items, you can also do that. And you can see things are visible in a tree view. You can delete, create, move things around like oil and vim, but with a tree structure view. So that's kind of the point of this plugin. And currently we are doing asynchronous We are just converting all the synchronous function which are dealing with the file system operations to asynchronous equivalent. So what do you guys think? Will you ever use this kind of a plugin? I mean, there are some issues that haven't resolved yet, but I will work hard as I can. But things are not in your favor every time, so things take some time to implement. Anyways, um, if I just do like if I remove this thing as well, and do something like local c is equals to vim dot confirm fn dot confirm. Yeah, the message is confirm, nothing else. The choice is come on. Yes, yes, no, there will not be any default, so let's get rid of it and let's see if we can do that or not. So what this function will return, this will return an integer, right? For the first choice, this is 1. Okay. So if this is equals to 1, right? So let's see. You can see ls.lua is created. So I think the only problem that I'm getting is due to this custom open function. So I think I need some time to resolve this thing. Good night. Good night, Zenith. I think it's time to wrap up the stream as well because I have to analyze the code for custom picker before moving forward, right? So I think that's the end for the stream, guys. If you have any question, then you can ask before ending the stream, right? No debug stream. Sleep well, good luck. Yeah, thanks. And by the way, thanks for joining up the stream. It means a lot. I mean, chatting with peoples across the globe and coding while getting some feedback is literally fun. Thank you guys all for joining. We will see you in the next stream tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, maybe after tomorrow. Not sure. Just you know, just turn on this notification bell. I don't know. This is my channel, so I I am unable to see that thing. But anyways, just try to enable the notification bell so that you never miss the notification from my stream, right? So thank you guys for watching. It's time to wrap up the stream. See you guys. Good night.